Hi everybody, it's Carla with Cobweb Corner, and this is FlossTube number 50, and that's pretty exciting. And today is December 17th, so we're getting pretty close to Christmas, only about a week away. And if you haven't joined us before, this is a channel about cross stitch and my online cross stitch shop. So welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. Hi Bo, my kitty might jump up here. So lots to talk about. I've got some great new inventory to share, so I'm going to jump right in. Stitchy mail. I got two cards in the mail. I got this cute little card from Sherry, and it just says, wishing you joys great and small and your very happiest holiday of all. And isn't that sweet? I love getting Christmas cards. I love getting mail. And then this one is from Amy, and says, look at the cross stitch I don't know, font or whatever. It says thank you in cross stitch, and Amy lives in the North Pole, and isn't that cool? I remember sending out her order, and she also won a prize, and the thank you was for the prize that she won. And I'm like, man, I'm shipping something to the North Pole. That's like where Santa lives, so I bet she gets that a lot. But I thought I always look at people's addresses, and there are some really funny addresses where people live, and a lot of people live on the street that's the same as their last name. Like an amazing number of people. That always surprises me every time. So those are the two things I got in the mail. And oh wait, I got a gift. I'm gonna go get the gift. Okay, I'm back. If I ever make a video where I don't have to pause it and get up because I forgot something, we'll have a celebration. So I got this amazing ornament. Look at this. It says wish. I don't know what pattern it is. And look at the material on the back. Isn't that perfect? And it's got this cording around it. And this is in a little bell, and then a little charm that says 2020. Isn't that amazing? I love this. This was made and sent to me by Helen D, and she has an amazing FlossTube channel, and she finishes all of her stuff herself, and she finishes so many things, and she has a number of tutorials. I will put a link to her channel below. She and I have gotten to be kind of good online FlossTube friends, and she sent this to me and wishing us a Merry Christmas, and I just love this. I just really like it, and it was so sweet to get this in the mail. So if you haven't checked out her channel, please do so, because she's a prolific stitcher. She does a lot of smalls and then a few little bit larger projects, but she finishes so many things, and she does. I emailed her to say thank you, and I was looking at the trim here, and I'm like, I can tell you're a perfectionist, because it is just perfect, perfectly centered. You can't see any stitches connecting it. It's just so cute. So I was really happy to get that. So let me get I'm sorry, still have my table to the side. Other exciting news. I'm sitting right now. I've always done my videos in used to be my daughter's old playroom, but she's 27 now, so she doesn't need a playroom anymore. And I can then converted it to my jewelry studio. And when I was really making jewelry, I had the whole room packed with jewelry supplies, and I had 3 tables, one set up to paint, one set up for embossing and resin work, and one set up for assembling jewelry. And I stopped designing jewelry quite a while ago. I've mentioned before, I have like 600 pieces of jewelry made. I put a ton of it out for Christmas in my Etsy shop, and just nothing selling. I put it 50% off, and I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this jewelry. I'm going to start taking it apart, I think, and then sell the supplies. But anyway, I wanted to have just a craft room that's just not business related, so that now that I'm using a sewing machine that my husband got me quite a bit. It's been on the dining room table for months now, and fabric everywhere, and it's just a disaster. I have a little tiny table to try to cut my fabric, so I wanted to change my studio into a true craft room. So we have been cleaning. My husband has just been so good about it. We have in our back area of our basement. I'm in our basement now. We have a complete walkout, so we have lots of windows and everything. And in the back of the basement, we had just this disaster zone of junk. I don't know. I call it junk. It was junk. And my husband spent the last 2 weeks completely cleaning that area out so that I could move all of my business stuff from my studio back into there. And it's so nice and organized now. And then it's all beading stuff and all jewelry stuff. And I'm just going to work as I have so much to sell, to get rid of, so that I can be completely done with that. I don't know if I'll ever do it. I may just end up donating it all. I don't know. It's a lot. But anyway, I want to get now we're going to take the studio, it used to be the playroom, and it's never been painted. It has the original white color that you see behind me, just from the drywall primer from when we built the house and 28 years ago. So we've never painted this room, and it has carpet in it. So we're going to take everything out and gut the carpet and take the trim off, and we're going to paint. I think I'm going to do it like in a blue, and then we're going to put flooring down instead of carpet, and then I'm going to make it into a craft room. So I got to design that, and my husband's really helping me with it. So I'm sure it's going to be quite a few weeks, if not a few months, before that gets done. But yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting. And I'll try to take some pictures. I should have took pictures before we started cleaning everything out, so you could see just the absolute disaster that it was. But yeah, didn't do that. And I have more exciting news. My husband has worked at the same company for, I think he said 35 years. And they are trying to do cutbacks, so they're offering early retirement incentives, and he is going to take it. So he's going to be, if everything goes through and continues the way he's thinking, he's going to be retiring on February 12th. And so after February 12th, for sure, he can work on my craft room. But that's going to be a lot. He's already at home. He's been home, working from home full time since March. But he's already like, well, now we can take a 6-week trip in the RV and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not ready to quit working. I'm loving my job and loving Cobweb Corner, so I'm not ready to retire. And he's like, well, what are we going to do? And I said, well, I'll just take time off. So in the future, nothing right away, but in the future, there may be times when Cobweb Corner is closed for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, rather than, a 5-day weekend or something like that. But we'll just address that when that happens. There's nothing planned right now. And I think that's a better solution than saying, well, I have to retire. So Cobweb Corner's here. We're strong. I am loving it. I love my job. I love my customers. So, but I need to support him and make sure that we can do the things we want to do when we retire. And I think we can. I think we can compromise with that. So looking forward to that too. And he's got lots of hobbies. He's a photographer and he's a woodworker. So I don't think there's going to be any problem with him keeping busy. Stitchy news. So I thought, I was really hoping I would finish this, but I've been working on Burr, It's Cold Outside with a Needle and Thread by Brenda Gervais. And I've got quite a bit done. So I think last time I had just started, I'd gotten the banners done and the top part of the little tree thing here. So I got quite a bit done. Snowman took a while. It's a lot of white. But I don't have that much left. So let's see. All I've got is the rest of the snowman and just a little bit here. And I'm a little bit worried because I was supposed to have at least 2 inches on every side, and it looks like I started over a little bit too far, and I still have a tree to put here, so I'm not going to have a lot of fabric here. So I hope that that works out okay. But just have a few little snowflakes and a couple things there, and that'll be done. So I'm excited about that. And then I did some, oh, where are they? Hang on. Okay, they were here, but they were on another table, and I didn't want to end up jiggling the camera and stuff. Just found a thread here I have to cut. But I've been working on my machine embroidery, and I finished my gift for my mom. We're not getting together for Christmas. We are, all of us are just staying within our own family for Christmas, and we're not really exchanging gifts. But of course, you know, I want to give my mom something. So I made a set of flour sack towels and machine embroidered them with my new machine. And I've got 4, it's a Christmas Birds on Branches series. So I've got the goldfinch and the bluebird. And my cardinal, my colors turned out a little orange, but it is what it is. Got the cardinal. And then I think this is a purple finch. So, and one of the reasons I needed to do this video today was because I have to get these wrapped and get them in the mail to my mom, but I wanted to show them. So I spent probably a solid couple days working on those. They're pretty easy, but they have a lot of thread changes, so you have to sit there with the machine and monitor, but they're pretty easy to do, really, and they make nice gifts. And the flour sack towels aren't very expensive. Okay, winners. So what else have I been doing here? I got something else written down. Oh, while I'm stitching, I've been listening to audiobooks, and the one I'm listening to right now is a Dean Koontz book called The Watchers, and I really like it. I really like listening to books while I stitch. It's better than trying to watch TV, because when I watch TV, you know, sometimes you're kind of constantly looking up and down and looking up and down. And when I listen to books, I can just stitch the whole time. So this one's really good. The narrator is really good. And it's kind of I wouldn't call kind of a science fiction type of thing. And it's about a dog who's really, really, really smart, like can read and stuff like that. And well, I won't go into it, but I'm liking it, and I'm almost done with it, and I'm gotta find something else to read. I kind of like suspense things. I also like urban fantasy. So if you have any suggestions for books, put them below, and if you do Audible, especially books that have good narrators. I started one series that I was super excited about. I had read, there's like, I don't know, 20 books in the series, and I'd read the first 17, but that was years ago, and now they just came out with like number 20, and I wanted to redo the whole series before I tried to read number 20. I thought, well, I'll just listen to those on tape, and the narrator was horrible. I bought the first book, and I didn't even finish listening to it. It was just horrible. And I went ahead and looked to see if that narrator did all the books, and unfortunately he did, and all the comments were, this narrator is terrible, and it just takes away from the book so much. So I'm looking for stuff to read if you have any ideas. So giveaways. Last week we continued our, hi Bo, you can come up. We continued our celebration of 1,000 subscribers and the holiday season, and we had 10 giveaways. So the first one is Scrub J by Heartstring Samplery, and there were 9 people that were interested in that, and the winner is Owl and Gator Stitcher. So if I announce your name, I'll have my email address is down below. Email me and tell me that you're a winner, and I need your mailing address, and I'll get these out to you. So Owl and Gator Stitcher won Scrub J, and the next one is Spring Fling by that's also by Brenda Gervais. Oh, the other one was Heart Street Sampler. Sorry. I'm getting a little crazy here. Okay, settle down, Carla. And this one went to, there was 28 people that were interested in this one, and it goes to Rain Jude. Rain Jude. So contact me with your mailing address. And then we have another Brenda Gervais, Santa's Tree Farm, and there were 31 people wanted this. And it goes to Karen Brett. Karen Brett. The next one is another heartstring samplery. It's the Philip Foster Farmhouse. And that one, 9 people were interested in that one, and it goes to Beth McGuire. And then we have Winter Girl by Nikki Creations Primitives. And there were 22 people interested in this chart, and it goes to Kathy Harris. And then we have Round and Round by Frida's Fancy Stitching. And 8 people were interested in this chart, and it goes to Julie W. Julie W. And then we have Grow Love by Sam Sarah, and it comes with the buttons that are needed. And there were, let's see, 7 people wanted this one, and it goes to Heidi Selman. Heidi Selman. Then we have Holiday Patchwork by Threadwork Primitives. And there were 11 people that were interested in that chart, and it goes to Fran Cohen. Fran Cohen. And then we have Pretty Little Los Angeles by Satsuma Street. And there were only 3 people interested in this one, and it goes to Donna J. And the last one is the Stitcher's Wallet by Threadwork Primitives. And there were 9 people interested in this one, and it goes to Sharon, I think it's Dawes, D-A-U-Z, Sharon Dawes. So that's it. Just contact me in like I said, my email's down below, and I will get those into the mail for you as soon as you get a hold of me. Which reminds me, I forgot to get the giveaway, so we'll be pausing again. Okay, business topic. So this has happened to me twice now. And okay, let me just tell you what happened. So I currently don't carry rainbow gallery threads, because it's just, I just never have. I carry Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works and DMC. But and I don't care to have the whole line of Rainbow Gallery threads, but I have some charts that are really good sellers that sell over and over and over, and they call for some of their threads, and I thought, well, for those charts, I could just carry those threads that are needed for those charts, so that people don't have to go elsewhere to get get what they need. So I contacted them. I'm on their mailing list, and I get all their emails and everything, but I didn't have a wholesale account with them. So I contacted them and I said, I'd like to look into getting a wholesale account. And they wrote back to me and said, we don't give wholesale accounts to online only stores. And I was like, what? And the same thing happened to me 2 years, well, it'll be 2 years this March, and I went to market this first time, and I was in line to purchase something. If you're not familiar with market, they set it up in a hotel, and all the designers and all the shops have all of their stuff on display and for sale in their hotel rooms. And the shop owners, go room to room to room, and we can either place large orders, or we can buy things right there, or if we've ordered ahead, we can pick up our order. And I was in one room, and I'd picked up just 5 or 6 things to buy, and was in line, had my money out, and went to pay. And she's ringing me up, and she said, well, tell me about your shop. And I said, well, I'm an online only shop, and I've been selling for 17 years. Or 15 years at that time. And she just stopped. She goes, oh, we don't sell to online only stores. And it was really embarrassing because there was a line of people behind me, and I had my wallet out, my credit card out, and I was just like really embarrassed. And I was just like, oh, well, okay. And some of the thought behind that is that online stores take away from the local LNS stores. But, or that we're just, I don't know, that we're just not as interested in the cross stitch community at whole, that we're just, selling books kind of like an Amazon type of thing. And so I wrote back to Rainbow Gallery, and I said, and I listed every single activity that I do to promote cross stitch, and how long that I told them, I've been in the industry since 2001, that I have thousands of subscribers on my Facebook page, that I do multiple stitch alongs a year, that I started Stitch and Move to encourage stitchers to get up and move more and to stitch more. I really bragged myself up and said, I don't think there's an LNS out there that reaches out to the cross stitch community at large any more than I do. And that I'm very, very passionate about promoting the cross stitch hobby and trying to get younger people to stitch and stuff. So they wrote back to me and they said, well, we are, and I kind of said, I think it's very archaic what you're doing. And they wrote back and they said, we are starting to look at that and consider shops on a one-on-one basis and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, but it's too bad because especially now with COVID, which hopefully will not be going on very much longer, people can't get either their LNSs are closed or people don't want to go and shop, and supplies are short because distribution chains are bad. And like in our area here, we live near Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and our only LNS closed last December. That was in the direct Cedar Rapids area. And there are really no cross-stitch stores. If you go online and you type in cross-stitch store near Cedar Rapids, Iowa, there's a couple that pop up. Like there's one in Amana. But the one in Amana is like really a quilting store. And they have this tiny little corner of cross-stitch. So, there's maybe 5, I don't know, maybe 3 dozen charts or 6 dozen charts or something like that. And then I don't even think they sell DMC floss. Maybe they do. They probably do. But their specialty floss, there was only a few skeins and things like that. So they do offer it, and they have some of the newer things out there, but it's not a true LNS. And I don't know. It just really, it was kind of hurtful. And I told my husband, it's like, it makes me feel like I'm fake or something, I don't know. So anyway, that was the topic today. I got over that and stuff and let them know that I wish they had a different policy, and we'll see, maybe they'll come back. But just the fact that it's happened a couple times now, and I don't know. Let me know what you think. So, but I'm over that. It's fine. It is what it is. So, other shop news that I want to just remind you of. We have a daily deal every day that I take one chart and discount it just for 24 hours. And if you're subscribed to this channel, you can go to our community page, and I try to remember to put the daily deal on the community page every single day there, so you can see what it is. But it's also announced on our Facebook page. So you can't really find it on our website very easily, but because I try to just use it as a social media thing to say, hey, here's our daily deal for the day. But there's some really good discounts on stuff in the daily deals. Then on my last video, I talked about the community page and that was new to us, and I'm using that quite a bit. So again, if you're a subscriber, you can click on, if you click on our channel name, there'll be videos, playlists, and community, and you can go to there, and it's just check that out. Another thing that's been going on is we've been having a lot of auctions. We have a Facebook group where I choose often a little bit older stuff, but stuff I haven't entered into our inventory yet, and I sell it in an auction format. And we have had some amazing things get listed lately. Some full sets of with the needle and thread charts, and some full sets of older Lizzie Kate series, and some older charts. Like we sold a Muppets chart the other day, and then just some other things that are a little bit still for sale on for retail and other places, but I start them out like at $3 and stuff like that. So we've been getting a lot of bidders, and you can get some pretty good deals, and you can also get some things that you might not find anywhere else. So I'll put a link down below to the Facebook group that you have to join in order to learn more. But we're having auctions fairly regularly. Sorry about that. This is going to be the video that we see how many interruptions we can have in one video. That was my mom, so I had to take that phone call. Okay, what else? I was talking about my auctions. Okay, then I also wanted to mention that mail has been extremely, extremely slow. I can't tell you how many people have contacted me and said, it's been like 12 days and I still haven't gotten my order. And the post office is just behind. Some people aren't getting some people are getting their orders right away, and others aren't getting them for like 3 weeks. So I strongly suggest that if you order anything from us, that you select a shipping option that has a tracking number so that you can track it. And if it is delayed, we have a way to see where it is and maybe look into it a little bit. But the post office doesn't take any requests for lost or lost mail or insurance claims for at least 30 days because they're just so far behind. So it's a bummer, but hopefully after Christmas, so many people are mailing their gifts this year because they're not getting together. And then I think also that the post office is short-staffed with people out for COVID and stuff. So just try to get a tracking number if you can. And then I also wanted to remind you that our Stitch Along is going to start, our first one is going to start January 10th, and it's the Wee Bird Stitch Along by Heart and Hand, and they are super, super quick stitches, and I think there's 10 or 12 different charts, and you can stitch 1, you can stitch 5, you can stitch all of them, you can do whatever you want, and the idea is to see how people finish them, because they are really quick stitches. You could probably stitch most of them in a day. And then we'll see all the different ways that people finish them. So I'll also put a link to that below. We only have 15 members so far, so I would love to get some more people join us on those. They're also inexpensive. The charts are on our site, I think, are $4.45, but if you join the Stitch Along, you get a little discount that brings it down, I think, to $4 per chart. And then you can stitch them on just a scrap of materials. So give that some thought. All right. I am going to go again, and I'm going to get the new giveaway. Okay, we're going to do 4 giveaways this week. The first one is Beehive and Hollyhocks by Death by Thread. Beehive and Hollyhocks. So if you're interested, if you'd like to stitch this one, say I'd like to stitch the beehive, and make sure you spell beehive all one word, B-E-E-H-I-V-E. Otherwise I won't be able to find you. So I'd like to stitch the beehive all one word. And the next one is a Chessie and Me design called Sarah's Basket. And say I'd like to stitch the basket. Oh, I got 5 of them. We're going to do 5. The next one is by Stacy Nash Primitives, and it's the Tabby Cat Sewing Pouch with Mouse and Strawberry. So I'm assuming that it has the design to do this mouse and this little strawberry that the mouse is holding, and then it's got the Tabby Cat here. So I don't even know if that's cross stitch. These are all from a personal collection that I purchased, and they're all in like new condition. So I'd like to stitch the Tabby Cat, and Tabby has 2 B's, Tabby. I'd like to stitch the Tabby Cat. And the fourth one is Christmas Stocking Ornaments by the Scissortail Designs. And you can say, I'd like to stitch the stockings. And it's plural, stockings, plural. And the last one is Month by Month by Sunflower Seed. And you can say, I would like to stitch the month. Month or months. I think I can find both. Better do month, single. I'd like to stitch the month. Isn't that cute? It's got one for all 12 months. Those are really, really cute. So those will be given away in the winners will be drawn in our next video. Number 51. So all I have left now is new inventory. Hang on, I'm going to reach over and grab that. And I've got a lot here. Goodness. So I think all of this is relatively, it is going to go on the floor, is relatively new releases. So let's get started here. Got some really cool things that are new to the shop. First one is, you've probably seen this. A lot of people are going to do stitch alongs with it. There's a new monthly series by Country Cottage Needleworks, and the sampler of the month, and this is January. And it is really cute. It's got 4 little snowmen, the snowflakes. See that? Get that to focus here. And that's new. Then they're only releasing these like one at a time, so this is the only one that's available so far. And then I've got I don't know how new this is. A 2019, but it's new to Cobweb Corner, and this is from the Blooming Bouquets series by Jeanette Douglas, and this is number 2, Cheerful. And I love this design. Look at the colors in there, and it doesn't come with, but it has available all of the it's a thread pack with all of the specialty threads that are needed for that design. So it calls for Gloriana threads, the Thread Gatherer, Classic Color Works, and Needlepoint ink silks. So lots of different threads are included in that. And I just love the colors. And I don't think it calls for, it has a DMC option, but there's no DMC thread used. And it does have a couple specialty stitches in it, I think. But that is number 2, Cheerful from Blooming Bouquets. That's in our shop now. And then we finally got all of the new Plum Street sampler charts. So this one's George Decorates for Martha. And they're got the fall leaves. George is standing on a pumpkin. Got the flags, of course. And then there's Martha. It's really cute fall design. Then we have Sweater Weather with the dachshunds, the weenie dogs. And the companion piece to that is Ugly Sweater Weather. It is so cute. And this one's wearing a snowman and a Santa on his sweater. So those are in stock now. And another one by Plum Street Samplers is Falling. And let's see, is that all the Plum Street Samplers? Nope. And Raccoon Ravel. So those are, they had a bunch of new releases recently. So that's from the Stacking Animals series. Then we have new, I just love this. It's so cute and bright. Hi, Bo. And this is A Christmas Hoot by Heritage Crafts. I love those bright colors. You know, sometimes it's nice to, oh, Bo's rubbing up against the camera, sorry. Sometimes it's nice to stitch with some bright colors after, you know, you do samplers and things and you're using browns and real deep sampler colors. And sometimes it's just nice to get those really bright colors out. Brand new by Heartstring Samplery is Ding Dong Merrily on High. Come here. All right, Bo wants up, so we'll get her up, see how long this lasts. And then I think this one's really cute. This is What's Your Superpower by Puntini Butini. And it says, I turn grass into wool. What's your superpower? Isn't that hilarious? And it comes with this little skein of yarn button. That's included. So it's like, I can turn grass into wool. What's your superpower? I think that's really funny. And then brand new by Annalie Waite Designs is Spring Thoughts. Yes, I love you too. New by Stony Creek is Trick or Treat Cat. New by Franny Ritter is Old Coral Brew. And another one, oh no, that's the same one. Another one by Heartstring Samplery is Joyful Joyful. Joyful Joyful, we adore the little sampler and then the 3 ornaments. It's cute. Yep. Okay. And then back in stock, I ordered, I think 4 of these. They only sent me 1. Quaker Snowflake. This has been really popular. And that's by Hello from Liz Matthews. New by Stony Creek, Halloween Friends. Yes. You're a good girl sometimes, aren't you? 100 Hearts by Samplers Not Forgotten. That's a new release. And it says, 100 hearts would be too few to carry all my love for you. And then I think they show the front and the back. And then a new reprint by the Hoffman reprint is Spring Has Come by Prairie Schooler. So that's just been re-released. And then this one is so cool. It is, hang on, you got to get down. Go on. You're going to snag me. Down you go. So I got to open this one up because it is just too cool. This one is called Friendship Blooms in the Garden of Life. And that's the sampler. And then look at this button that you get. Isn't that amazing? So the button goes on the fence right there. And it's wooden. And it's hand painted. There is so much detail. Bo, get away from my camera. Oh, sorry. Go on. Come on. Sometimes she bothers us and sometimes she doesn't. But she's a lover. New by Stony Creek, Seashells and Snowflakes. It says, I'd rather have seashells than snowflakes. And brand new by Barbara Anna Designs is Santa's Trips. And it's got Santa on a reindeer with a red nose, on a pig, on a rabbit, and on a cat. And then another, you've probably seen this. This one took me a while to get in. It's by Hands Across the Sea Samplers, and it's the Alexanders of Lintrathen, 1829. And this is so incredibly unique. It's got kind of the Dutch influence, and look at the different alphabets. Like, this one is just amazing. And the colors. Talk about some bright colors. Super, super unique. And then this is an older one by Plum Street Samplers, but it's been out of stock on back order for a long time, and it's called Stranded Jacks. It's got the mermaid, the pumpkin in the boat, the whale, another pumpkin, and I don't know what that says. Oh, October 31st. So that's back in stock. And this is part of the stitch along that we're going to have on January 10th. This is the Wee Ones bird series, the long-legged birds. And I was going through and looking, and I was checking to make sure I had all of the birds, and my suppliers didn't have the Easter bird. So I contacted Cecilia Turner, the designer, and she said, yeah, I have those in stock. So I ordered those to have on hand for the stitch along. So that one's in stock now. And then I've been stitching Angel of Healing by Lavender and Lace, and I had a request to carry this in our shop. So she is in stock. And then new by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, When Santa's Away. And then new by Homespun Elegance. It's the 2020 Santa Ornament, Santa Loves Stitchers. So it says Santa Loves Stitchers. And this is a restock by Homespun Elegance. It's been popular, and it's Winter Gathering. I really like this snowman and the tree. And then this one, I just love this chart. This is Rose Air Blooming. It says, it came a flower bright amid the cold of winter, and it's by Summer House Stitchworks. Isn't that stunning? It's got this big, long winter rose. And then I love how she uses negative space here. Instead of just filling in and having a whole hill of snow, leaving some of it blank with the particular, especially this color of fabric, gives that snow some dimension. Really, really, I really like that. So that's in stock now. And then, I don't know if this one's a new one or not. I think it is. It's by Nikki's Creations, and it's called Embroidery Christmas. So it's got some tree motifs, and then a lot of little sewing motifs. And some poinsettias. And another brand new one by Heartstring Samplery is Let Our Gladness Biscornu. And it says, Let Our Gladness Have No End. And then another one by Heartstring Samplery is Peace on Earth. And another new one by Homespun Elegance is the 2020 Cinnamon Stick Santa number 28. So she's been doing this series for 28 years, and it's Santaville. So the Cinnamon Stick series, 28 years young. Almost done here. Last one. Brand new from Country Cottage Needleworks is Home for the Holidays, and it says there's no place like home for the holidays. So that is it for new inventory. So I don't know. I probably won't get another video in done before Christmas. Knowing me, I'm lucky to get one in once a month. So if I don't, have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, in case I don't get in before the first of the year too. I hope you get some time to stitch, and if you're not able to be with your family and your friends, I hope you're able to visit with them on Zoom or FaceTime or the phone or whatever, and just enjoy what we can together. So one last thing is, like, what am I going to be stitching next? I'm going to be finishing up Burr It's Cold Outside pretty soon. And then I am working on Bluebird of Happiness from the Songbird series by Cottage Garden Samplings. I don't know. I get those so mixed up. It's Country Garden, whatever, and Cottage Garden and Little House Needleworks. I get them all confused. But it's Cottage Garden Samplings. And so I need to get back to that. But I was going, this book has been from Blackbird Designs has been really, really popular. And I'm going to do a video sometime on good deals on Blackbird Design. Like this one, I don't know if this one is like $21 or something, or $26 or something. And that's a lot. But an individual Blackbird Design is $9 usually. And you get all kinds of them in here. And I was just kind of flipping through, like there's a list of all the different projects that you get in this book. And there's some of them. But I was flipping through and I found this one, and I think I'm going to have to do it. So it's called 'Tis the Season, and it's in French, and it says C'est la saison pour être joyeux, and it means it's this. Literally, it means the season to be joyous. And look at this. I just love this. Can you see that? I just think that is so cool. And you know me, I went to France and I love everything French. And when I saw this, and actually Blackbird Designs has a lot of things that have French sayings in them. But that one is in the Home for Holidays book. And I think that I might, if I got to see what kind of fabric I have, but I think that may be my next start. And then I'm also going to join the Stitch Along with the Wee One, the Wee One Bird series. So, and this one this honestly doesn't look like it's going to take very long. The chart's not that big. It's, well, it's pretty long, pretty wide, 226 by 81. And it's stitched on 32 count pair. And I don't have any of that, so I'll have to look, but wow, I love that. And this book just has so many cool things. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Christmas garden. Look at that. So, you know, these, you just see the cover a lot of times on our websites. And here's another one, Blessings Be Thine. So these books are a great deal. And some of the Stony Creek things too, they have collections and stuff. So sometime I'm going to try to pull out and say, you know, this may look like it costs a lot, but if you like even 2 or 3 of the projects in this book, then you're getting a great deal. So anyway, that's what I think I might stitch next. Other than that, we're staying home, not doing anything. As you can tell, my gray hair is getting longer and longer, and it's just, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just like, I don't like it, but I'm not ready to go out and have my hair done yet. So we're just, if I can't go see my mom, I can't go have my hair done. So we'll just do what we do. So anyway, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see you before then. And happy stitching, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.